MegaPodTastic.
Good morning, MegaPodlings. It's Crazy Joe, and I can't believe it, but it's that time again. It is time for another Mill Creek unboxing. I've got the latest from Mill Creek right here. This is their March releases. These are Mill Creek titles that will be available to you in the month of March. I will put release dates down below later on in the video, because I don't know exactly what's in here yet. I got ideas, but I don't know exactly, because this is so far unopened. So I could have cheated and looked, and then I'd be able to tell you right now what the release dates were. But I didn't want to cheat. I haven't opened this yet, so I will in post pop the release dates down as we open this. But I can't believe it's been a month. I feel like I just opened the last batch, and I still owe you guys a couple movie reviews. Watch this week. You're going to be getting movie reviews for The Net and Baby Mama from the last release. The movie reviews for these two are coming. They have been watched, and you will see them this week, I promise. But let's open up this box. First, let's pose for the thumbnail. There you go. That's your thumbnail. But let's open this box up and see what they have in store for us in March. Got the scissors here, and this box is being stubborn right off the bat. Didn't want to let my scissors in. Oh, big set. Big set this week. Okay, or this month. This month, I should say. Oh, looks like we got some good stuff in here. We've got some good stuff. Okay. Interesting. Okay. First of all, this is a TV show. Let's go with DVDs first. This is a TV show I've never seen. I've heard of it. I remember when it was on television, but I'm not familiar with it. It used to air on CBS as part of the Crime Time After Primetime block under the title Sweating Bullets. But it's been released on full series by Mill Creek under the title Tropical Heat. I've never seen this, but there you go. Tropical Heat, aka they put the Sweating Bullets title up there, the complete series. So this ran for years on late night CBS as part of their Crime Time After Primetime was the name of the block. But I've never watched this, and I look forward to checking it out. He wasn't looking for trouble, but it found him in paradise. Fired after one too many clashes with his bosses at the Drug Enforcement Administration, Maverick cop Nick Slaughter, that's a good name, Nick Slaughter, winds up in Key Maria, Florida. It looks like a nice quiet spot, just the place for a little leisurely private investigating. But it's not long before Nick starts to see Key Maria in a whole new light. Aided and abetted by local Sylvia Gerard, the former DEO man soon discovers there's no escape from dead bodies and drug runners. The only difference this time is the scenery, and the girls are a whole lot prettier. Includes the bonus movie Crisscross from the files of Tropical Heat. There you go. So we'll be checking out, I'll check out the first few episodes of this so I can give you a review. And you got the full series on DVD and digital. You can watch that on Mill Creek's MovieSpree. Next DVD from Mill Creek is one I'm not familiar with. Looks like it's an original horror film. Let me take a look at this here, see what I can find out. Okay, I'm not familiar with this at all, but it does look like it's a werewolf movie, and I like werewolves. Of all the supernatural creatures, I probably like werewolves the best. I like werewolves better than vampires. Yes, I said it. I'm not afraid to say it. I like werewolves better than vampires. But here's something called I Am Lisa. I Am Lisa. It took a town to beat her down and a full moon to get revenge. Okay, a werewolf movie. A local outcast is left to die by a sadistic small-town sheriff and her underlings. When bitten by a creature of the night and bestowed with supernatural abilities, Lisa does her best to retain her humanity as she exacts her revenge. Okay. Oh, werewolf movie. Very cool. Again, it's available on DVD and digital through MovieSpree. Next, we have something that I love, and that is Mill Creek's VHS Retro Collection. These are the titles that they do in the style of old school VHS tapes. And I don't know, they hit me in the nostalgia button. I really like that. So it's two movies I've never seen. One of them is, I think, considered a pretty good movie, and one of them is one of those movies people like to joke about. And that is, first we got Sigourney Weaver in Gorillas of the Mist. I've never seen Gorillas of the Mist. I've heard good things. The adventure of Diane Fossey, who is, of course, a real person. So this is a biopic, and it's based on the true story of young anthropologist Diane Fossey, who travels to the African mountains to study the rare gorillas. In this incredible paradise, which she describes as being as close to God as you can get, her interest in the gorillas turns to passion and finally obsession. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. I'm looking forward to that one. So let's check that out. One cool thing about Mill Creek is they usually, let's see if it's still the case, they usually have separate art. And they did it again. There you go. So under the slip sleeve, you have a completely secondary artwork. The next one, this is a film that's a little bit notorious. It's actually made the news recently in the last couple of years that this is a film Arnold Schwarzenegger takes credit for tricking Sylvester Stallone into making. He says he fooled Stallone into making this movie. And that is Stop or My Mom Will Shoot. This is one of those notorious Sylvester Stallone comedies. He didn't do many comedies. He did this. He did Oscar. And that's about it, right? He hasn't done many comedies. He did that boxing comedy recently, the last couple of years, Grudge Match. But yeah, you can count Stallone's comedies on like one hand. But this is Sylvester Stallone and Estelle Getty from the Golden Girls. Stop or My Mom Will Shoot. Sylvester Stallone and Estelle Getty star in this fast-paced action comedy from director Roger Spotwoody. Los Angeles Police Sergeant Joe Bomowski has his wife turned upside down when his feisty mother Tootie comes to town for a rare visit. There you go. This one is one of those films people always joke about, but I look forward to checking it out. And again, Mill Creek gives us two covers. That's really cool. There you go. Stop or My Mom Will Shoot. Very cool. And finally, the last title we have today, and this is a big one. For a long time, this was one of those movies that was unavailable. People couldn't get it. And in the last couple of years, it has suddenly become available again. And this time it is available in steelbook. It is Rad, the BMX bike movie. This is one of those movies for many, many years. This was one of those movies everybody wanted to get their hands on because you couldn't get your hands on it. It just wasn't available unless you went like the bootleg route. But a couple of years ago, or last year maybe, it did finally become available from another company, not Mill Creek, in a very, very limited edition run. And it was one of those things where it's like, well, you got to act now. It's not going to last. This is a very limited edition. And if you missed out on it, now Mill Creek is putting it out again. And this time it's going to be more readily available. You'll probably have an easier time getting it now in a beautiful steelbook. And again, they give you a digital copy on MovieSpree, which the previous release through the other company, they did not give you a digital. So now you also have it on digital. So there you go. And there's also bonus features on here. Scanned and restored in 4K from its 35mm original camera negative. Q&A session featuring cast members Bill Allen, Talia Shire, Bart Connor, screenwriter Sam Bernard, and hosted by Jorma Taccone. Archival video interviews with the cast and crew. Original behind-the-scenes featurette. Break the Ice music video. This is directed by Hal Needham, the legendary stuntman turned director who directed so many Burt Reynolds movies. But there you go. Rad on steelbook. This is one a lot of people are going to want to get their hands on, because this movie, like I said, was a holy grail for years. Dude, it's unavailability, but now it's available. Now you can get it. That's it. That's what we got this time. We've got, let's go over it again. Tropical Heat, aka Sweatin' Bullets. I Am Lisa, a werewolf movie. Stop or My Mom Will Shoot. Gorillas in the Mist. And Rad on steelbook. Now, when will these be available? That's when these are available, right there. Check it out. That's when you can get your hands on these. I'd like to thank Mill Creek. Once again, Mill Creek is doing a fine job keeping physical media alive. And as I always say, if you love physical media, buy physical media. There's no better way to keep getting what you love, in this case physical media, than supporting it with your dollars. And Mill Creek does keep prices quite affordable. So there's really no reason not to plunk down your money for these awesome releases. Otherwise, I want to, thank everybody for watching. We appreciate you being here. And as always, keep an eye out. There will be reviews coming for these individual titles. And until next time, keep wearing those pajamas.
Keep wearing those pajamas with the plastic feet. Keep wearing those pajamas. Tell everyone you meet. Keep wearing those pajamas with the back door flap. Keep wearing those pajamas. Don't open, it's a trap. Oh no, it's a trap. Some people call them PJs, some people call them jammies. They can come embroidered with big money and no whammies. They can have 100 tiny commander pajamas, but no matter how they look, just keep on wearing those pajamas. Keep on wearing those pajamas. Keep wearing those pajamas. And now we're having fun. Keep wearing those pajamas. And now the song is done.